What's going on, everybody? Golden Boy here. This is the Golden Nugget, so let's dig in. So we got a few things to talk about. First and foremost, some housekeeping, right? I have not been posting. Well, I'm going to actually try and just do like a one video a week type of cadence that fits my insane lifestyle. You guys let me know in the comment section if you're okay with that. But I did want to inform you all about all the craziness that's been going on. So it just came off of hosting EA Play. That was an incredible experience. I had an absolute blast doing that. Huge shout out to the Advancer Group, the production company that was behind that, as well as EA for having me to begin with. It was great to be able to talk about FIFA and Apex Legends. I'll be very honest, I was very nervous about talking about FIFA at a deep level with Sam Rivera, one of the producers of the game, but he made it super easy, and I'm just floored with the reception that I got from that event. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to EA Play. And there's also been some other crazy announcements. That's right, I will be making my second professional wrestling commentary debut. I don't know if that works, but you know what I mean. I'll be returning to the world of professional wrestling once again at CEO, just like I did last year, except this time, instead of calling the action for New Japan Pro Wrestling, I'll be calling the action for the brand new All Elite Wrestling, the promotion from the masterminds of Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and the Young Bucks. It's honestly just been mind-blowing. They had their last pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. Johnny Moxley appeared. It was insane. We're going to get some amazing matches, and this event is called Fighter Fest, and it will be held at CEO this year. So again, huge shout out to Jabali for asking me to do it, for Kenny Omega for having my back. I'll be calling the action alongside Jim Ross and Excalibur. I am very excited, very nervous, but it is going to be a blast. There's also one more unannounced project that I am working on that will be known to you all relatively soon. I can't wait to share that information with you all as well, and it is literally right around the corner. But for now, let's dive into some of the big things that I got to see this week at E3. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I put out a tweet asking people, why is it that we're not seeing games with that turn-based role-playing strategy approach to it, just like we saw the old Final Fantasy back in the day? And it took me playing Final Fantasy Remake for me to realize how oblivious I am to just the amazingness that is the combat system in Final Fantasy VII's Remake. It is so good. So we played through the first mission that has you fight the scorpion robot, I believe, from the first mission in the original game, and you get to play as, just like you did back then, as Cloud and Barrett. And I love the combat system. It's a combination of action role-playing game mechanics, but it also marries that concept with the ATB system of the turn-based combat, which is a kind of slow, it slows everything down, right? What it does is allows you to be able to make tactical decisions, and you're able to cast magic, use spells, but in order for you to be able to use your ATB, you have to attack. So you have to like build up your meter, and I love it. It was amazing. It was so fun to play as Cloud and Barrett. Barrett having his ranged attacks. You actually feel like there's purpose with Barrett. As much as I love Barrett, he was kind of one of the guys that I stopped using. I mean, as soon as I got Sid and Red 13, I don't think I used anyone else. So it'll be really fun to be able to play as different characters and utilize their range abilities, their close range abilities. Cloud was fun to play as well, and the game just looks gorgeous. I am so excited for this title, and it's crazy that it's going to be in 2 different games. So I was thinking as I'm playing this, like, man, how are they going to do this? How are they going to do that? And even knowing the story, like how they're going to do the open world mechanics, how they're going to do when you meet Red 13, right? And you have to use the X potion in order to kill that zombie. Like, how are they going to do this stuff, right? I'm so excited. I genuinely cannot wait for this game to come out. Final Fantasy VII Remake, huge buy on my end, and I think you guys are really gonna love it if you love the original Final Fantasy. Then another game that caught my attention at E3 was this title from Ninja Theory called Bleeding Edge, and what it is a melee multiplayer combat game. And I really liked it. Now, Ninja Theory, not known for making multiplayer titles, but this one was different. And I applaud them for coming out with something that realistically is not the most sought after thing right now. Everyone's going gaga for battle royale games. So for a developer to take that chance and come out with a multiplayer melee combat game is quite ambitious. The game mode that I saw was like a control game mode, but it seemed to be more of the likes of War from Call of Duty World at War, where you would capture a point and then advance forward and then capture another point and then advance forward. But regardless, I really liked the mechanics of the game. I didn't get a chance to play it, but I stood there and watched as people just went to town on each other, and it was really sick. I think that the interesting thing about this game is that the characters are so unique that it really creates like such different play styles, and it reminds me of Overwatch. So if you like Overwatch, I think you'll really enjoy this game. I don't know what Ninja Theory is going to do, because naturally people are going to want to compete in something like this. So I did get a chance to talk to one of the developers, and she said that if people want to compete in it, that they'll find ways to support it. So that gives me some hope that this game does have some legs to it. Unlike Buttercup, whose legs are a motorcycle, and it's pretty awesome. I think that the character design was great. The map design looked interesting. It also had borrowed an element from a game that I did not think anyone would borrow anything from, and that was Paladins, because some characters have mounts like hoverboards and stuff that you can ride to the point, because when you die, you spawn back at your base, and let's say if like you're really pushed far up, it'll take you a little while to get there. Also, numbers advantage is huge. You just cannot push in by yourself. You can solo like 1v1 people, from what I saw like good players doing, but if you were by yourself in like a 1v3, it would be very challenging for you to be able to 1v3 in that game. So there is that teamwork element that I think a lot of people love and hate about Overwatch, that I think this game is going to have as well. But it is certainly going to be one to keep an eye on on the radar. I think people are really going to dig it. And huge shout out to Ninja Theory for coming out with a very different type of multiplayer game in a world that is crowded by battle royales. And then the next thing, the thing that I am, oh my, I lost my damn mind. I lost my mind. The Halo Infinite trailer, so good. So good. Now, I will be very honest and say that I'm disappointed we did not see gameplay, but I think it was kind of a pipe dream seeing gameplay, given that last year we got a tech demo kind of, reveal for the Slipstream engine. So this year, it's nice to just see them focus on the campaign, focus on the story. It seems like the story is going to have a bit of a reset from what happened in Halo 5, and that the events in Halo Infinite are going to take place a little bit after Halo 5. So not directly after Halo 5, but like some time after that. At least that's what I've been reading online. I am excited for Halo Infinite. I think it's going to be a great game. I think that 343 are really putting they're all into this, and I have nothing but faith in them. And the reason why I have nothing but faith in them is because of what I saw with Halo Reach on PC. And as you all know, I'm a massive Halo fan. I've been waiting for Halo Reach on PC for so long now, and I can safely say Reach on PC does deliver. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by it delivering? Well, the mechanics of Halo Reach, or Halo in general, has always been very tight, very precise. Bungie did a phenomenal job with those games back in the day. But the challenge that 343 was going to have was translating those tight gameplay mechanics into the PC space. And I think they nailed it. I was playing that game, and it felt so natural. So natural. And we were playing a brief mission. We had a 10-minute time frame, and we played a brief mission in Halo Reach. I don't remember the mission exactly, because Reach is not my favorite game, if you guys don't know. I had to put those differences aside so I could play some Halo Reach, so I could play some Halo on PC. You know what I'm saying? It would be very easy for them to just release a game on PC with limited support and controls, but they're very clearly focusing on what are going to be native features for PC players. Also, a heads up, I did play it in 60 FPS. While that was the demo and what they had showed us, obviously their intention is to go, as high as possible. I think their goal was to get Reach running at 60 FPS. And as I was talking to the team there, they had informed me that it took them, you know, some effort to put that demo together in time for E3. So huge shout out to the 343 dev team for crushing that and getting that demo out there. And I think a lot of people have been genuinely impressed and surprised with Halo on PC and how it can perform. And that gives me a lot of faith and a lot of confidence for Halo Infinite on PC, because we all know that that is inevitably going to happen. So without a doubt, Reach running 60 FPS made Reach kind of bearable for me. Two, the PC mechanics, like just the way that you were able to adjust your aim, the way you were able to adjust your keybinds, FOV sliders, all those things that are just so necessary for PC gaming. They are very conscious of it. And again, kudos to them. They could have just put out a basic demo just for this event and just had people play it however they wanted. But as soon as I got down and sat on the chair to play, I tinkered around with the controls, and I was messing around with everything, and they were completely fine with it. It could have easily had just been, yeah, the settings that you're playing here is what you're playing here. Maybe you could change the DPI on your mouse. That's about it. No, they wanted you to enjoy Halo Reach on PC, and I think 343 nailed that. So credit to 343 for bringing that one out there and giving the community a chance to see this game running on PC. I cannot wait for people to get their hands on it. I truly do believe that this is going to be a new renaissance for Halo, and what we're going to see is people being just obsessed over Halo on PC because it plays so good. Obviously, E3 brought with it so many hype moments, and really it makes you happy to be a gamer. It really does. I love it so much. It was just such a joy. It's been so fun to hang around with people, to go see the games, try out new stuff. I tried this one fighting game called Grand Blue Fantasy. Amazing fighting game from Xseed. Like, there's just some great stuff, you know. E3 was pretty fun this year. It wasn't as grandiose as it was in previous years, without Xbox and PlayStation having their dueling booths. But hey, you know, credit to ESA for putting that event together and for still making it a very fun occasion. And I'm very curious to see where E3 goes moving forward. That's gonna do it for me. If you happen to enjoy this video, you already know you can subscribe. You can also hit that bell thing so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Expect videos every week at the very least, and it'll kind of be like this, just me talking about the things that I find to be very interesting in the world of gaming and esports and how the two relate to one another. I'm Golden Boy. This has been the Golden Nugget. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.